Howdy, my name is Jacob Kelling and I'm with United Ag and Turf, and I'm here at our location in the lovely Taylor, Texas to give you a walk around tour of the John Deere 17P. Before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of daily inspiration from 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. Now let's get into the 17P. So, for the 2024 model year, John Deere has released a new tier system for the construction equipment with a G tier, P tier, and X tier for low, mid, and high spec machines. As of right now on the compact side, we only have the P tier. We're hoping to see some G and X in the up and coming years. And I know what you're thinking. This P tier looks very similar to the previous G tier, and that's because they're the exact same machine. That is correct. The new John Deere 17P has the same specs as the John Deere 17G. That being said, any information that I give you today on the 17P can be translated back to the 17G. With that out of the way, let's get this out of the way and let's look at the 17P. So with this arm and this configuration, you can extend out 12 foot 6 inches. You can dig down to a depth of 7 foot 2 inches, and you can reach up to a height of 8 foot 3 inches for dumping. Giving this unit power is a 3-cylinder Yanmar diesel engine with 14.5 horsepower, made it to a 5.3 gallon fuel tank. And this whole compact package weighs in at 3,790 pounds. And backing all that up is a 2-year, 2,000 hour comprehensive warranty. With that out of the way, let's do a front to back walk on the John Deere 17P. Real quick, I just wanted to show you the serial number location on the 17P. So we have an actual plate right here on the base of our front arm, and actually on top of our front arm too. We have it stamped into the metal there in case this plate is no longer there. Starting out front, we have a wedge mounting system for buckets and other attachments. We have some metal plating to help guard this front cylinder, as well as a work light so you can keep working well into the night. And below our arm, we have our hydraulic front blade. The cool thing about this blade is that it has metal extensions on either side, so you can widen or narrow the blade depending on how you have your track width set. So right now we have them on their wide extended out setting, but all you gotta do to change them is raise the front blade up. You're gonna pull the pins on either side and suck in or extend out those metal plates. And that's nice whenever you're needing to adjust your track width, so your front blade will be the same width as your tracks when you're using it. Okay, moving up to our operator station, we have our spring suspension seat here, which can be adjusted by this knob in the middle. And then we also have forward and backwards movement, so you can get to your correct operator's position there. Just below that, we'll take our key and open up this panel. And in here is our control switch for our joystick controls. So with it down, we have it in Excavator. If you want to flip it up, you'll turn it into backhoe, and that's nice if you're used to having backhoe controls there. It really makes the machine easier to run if that's what you're used to. Next to it here, we have our fuse panel, and then beside that, we have our 1- or 2-way hydraulic valve. 1 way is for hammers, 2 ways for thumbs. Please do not run them on the opposite. It will mess up your hydraulics there. And if you ever get confused or you forget, there's a nice little sticker here that shows you 1 way is vertical for the hammer, 2 way is horizontal for the thumb. And that's the nice thing about this unit in general, is that if you look on the machine, in multiple different places, there are plenty of stickers that give you plenty of information on how to run the machine or what the controls do. And then that goes the same for the roof. If you look up, you have a periodic maintenance schedule as well as some lift capacities with it too. So if you ever get confused, maybe just look around your machine real quick and it might give you the answer that you're looking for. So moving to the back of the machine, we have our lockable engine cover here, which is really nice if you need to leave this machine on a work site. You're gonna have this lockable engine cover. Just lock that, no one's gonna be able to get in. So with it unlocked, all we're gonna do is pull up. It's gonna pick it up like this, and then we have access to our engine compartment with a couple easy maintenance things that you can see here, like our air filter. We have our fuel water separator, our fuel filter, oil filter, dipstick, oil fill, things of that nature. And then it also, with this open, gives us access to this panel. And with this open, We have access to our battery, and actually tucked up in here, we have our hydraulic sight glass so you can see where hydraulic levels are at. So we'll get this closed up. Just a little switch right there. With that closed up, I'm going to show you the fuel door, and then we'll get on the machine and actually run it. So finally, we have our lockable fuel door. All you got to do is take your key, put it in, give it a twist, and then you have access to your diesel fuel fill. Put that down, get that closed up. And now let's show you the operation of this machine. Okay, I got my camera on my head, a key in my hand. Let's get this machine started. Climb up here. First thing that we're going to need to do is put our key in our covered ignition switch and turn it over once. As you can see this screen here light up. We have our fuel and our hour meter. To the left we have our front light on and off and our beeper cancellation. And then on the top up here we have our throttle for high and low. Now to get this machine started, this left arm has to be up in the locked position. If it's down, turn that key as much as you want, nothing's going to happen. So to get it started, bring it up and locked, then we can start it. So with it running, I can move these controls as much as I want. Nothing is going to happen until I bring this arm down. With the arm down, things are ready to move. So let's put on our seatbelt and get going. So first thing we're going to look at are the joystick controls. So the left control here, if you bring it left to right, is going to turn the machine here. Left to right for the machine. And then if you bring it forward and back, you push it forward, it's going to control the curl of the front arm there. Right control here, if I push it forward, it's going to control the tilt of the front arm. Bring it back, it's going to bring it back. And then left and right are going to control the curl and the tilt of the bucket. You see it going out there, digging down, bringing back a load. So, a couple other loader controls. If I look down here to my left foot, I have this little black rocker switch. That is what's going to control, as you can see here, the hammer, and then the thumb, you have it on. And then on my right foot, see this here? This is what controls how the front arm turns. So you can see it can go almost 90 degrees, which is great if you're really trying to get in some tight spaces and you still have full usability of your arms there. So we'll get it straight on here. All this brought back. I'm going to look over here, turn up my throttle, because now we're going to learn about the track. So first thing I'm going to want to do to start moving is bring up the front blade there. With it down, you can push materials, but I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to bring it up. Left stick controls the left tracks, right stick controls the right tracks. So if I want to go forward, I can push both of them forward. If I want to go back, I bring both of them back. If I want to turn to the right, I can bring my left stick forward or bring my right stick back. If I want to turn to the left, I can push my right stick forward and then bring my left stick back. So, get leveled out here again. Show you one more thing. So this machine kind of has two speeds with it. This little silver button here, and it's kind of like your second speed. That's like your overdrive. So if I'm going forward, and I push it, I'm gonna go a little bit faster. I'm going reverse, push it, there you are going faster. And there is a pretty noticeable speed difference there. So it's really nice if you're trying to get from point A to point B for having that on there. Finally, I'm gonna turn towards the camera. You know, I was saying earlier that our front blade has the ability to fold in or move out depending on the track. So you see it's folded in right now, and it's sticking in past the track. So the tracks are out further than the front blade is. So to remedy that, we're going to look back here. There's a switch, you can flip that up, and we're going to bring it forward. You bring it forward, it's going to bring in your tracks. So you see our tracks are narrow, and you still have full functionality of your skid steer. And that's really nice if you're trying to get in tight spaces or squeeze into a backyard there. You can really sink the tracks in. But if you're needing more stability, you just push this out and your tracks are the widest they can be there. Just lock that down so it doesn't move. And now you have the stability that you were looking for there. So, get this shut down. We're going to decrease our throttle, take off our seatbelt, we're going to raise up our lock, and we're going to turn it off. Now let's go on to the conclusion. And with that, the walk around of our John Deere 17P is coming to a close. I hope that you found this video enjoyable and informative. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I'm also going to link my Facebook page in the description so you can reach out to me on there. I'd like to thank United Ag and Turf here in Taylor, Texas for allowing me to come out and film this video for you. If you have any questions on pricing and availability, feel free to reach out to me on my Facebook or reach out to your local United Ag and Turf dealer. My name is Jacob Kelling, and I hope that you have a blessed day.